Right. Been a while since I've done this. Games, camera, lights. How do I start these damn things? Yeah, nope. Ba-dun-dun. Nope. Nope. DD get, nope. Oh, I'm a float, nope. Metal G, nope. Oh. Hello and welcome to another episode of Vidja Game Hunting. Alright, another year has gone by. MGC 2017 came and went. It was a great time as always. This year I was more focused on just going and having fun with friends, with nothing really to pick up game-wise that I had to get. There were a couple of things that I was looking for, but I was mostly there just to have fun. And it was a great time. I did post a recap video. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. But let's get right into pickups. So one thing I did want to get at MGC was Haunted Halloween 86. This is a sequel. It's a homebrew game to Haunted Halloween 85. Really cool game. I got it with the box and instruction manual. This one's a big improvement over the first one. They've got a lot more involved in the combat. And it's really cool art style and a lot of story for a homebrew action platformer, I guess. Sort of a beat 'em up. Highly recommend that one if you're into the homebrew scene. And then a few other things I did pick up. I got the last day some Aladdin deck enhancer or cartridge games, I guess. And this is the Quattro Adventure. This is new old stock. I think I got all three of these for 20 bucks together. I got Quattro Sports and Linus Spacehead's Cosmic Crusade. And then just because I bought these last day, I happened to find a loose cartridge of Linus Spacehead also the first day. I think I paid $5 for this, so didn't really need to. I'm not going to open these sealed games up. I'm going to leave them. I just think they look really cool. If you're not familiar with the Aladdin deck enhancer, it's an attachment basically from Comerica. This goes in your NES, and you take these little decks, or these little cartridge games, they slide in together. And it just makes one cartridge that fits in your NES. The idea was they would have the region chip or the lockout chip stuff in here, so the game's cheaper. So good idea in theory. I think it came out right at the end of the NES life cycle though, so nobody really bought that. So it's really easy to get that stuff new old stock. You can get the deck enhancer itself brand new, and the games probably around 100 bucks or less still. I think there was only a handful of titles, maybe 7 or 8 that came out for it. And then another awesome pickup I got, I actually bought one of these last year, and the functionality on it was spotty at best. I got sick of screwing around with it, so I bought another one. This is the Turbo Tap for the TurboGrafx 16. It allows you to play up to 5 players, and this one as a bonus came with 2, not that interesting I know, 2 controller extension cables as well, which is great, because if you played TurboGrafx, you'll know that the controller cords on that are just painfully short, like 2.5–3 feet. And these work great. I've been using a lot of them, especially since I've gotten my Turbo EverDrive. And a few other NES games here. We'll get right into this. I didn't pick up a whole lot. Obviously, you can see behind me, I like picking games up for the NES. But I've gotten so many games that it's hard to find stuff I want to put in my collection at the price I'm willing to pay. I did find a few things, though. I like these unlicensed games. So it's an American Video Entertainment game. This is Deathbots. It is just terrible. I will probably never play this again, but it's in the collection. Another American Video, this is Double Strike. This is not as bad. It's a very, very, very basic shooter though. And then a game I've never come across, Thunder and Lightning. Kind of like a Breakout or Alleyway type game. I got paid 10 for that. I think this was 5. I picked up Thundercade. And I did pick this up off the Bad Graphics Gamers, who also hooked me up really big this year. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys, if you catch this at all. They gave me Return of Joker Batman, or Batman Return of Joker. Anyway, I picked this up last year at the expo off of them, and I had some trouble with the cart. It didn't work. Kind of a bummer. They'd offered to replace it at the time. You know, I said, don't worry about it, not a big deal. Things happen. You know, I drove a long way home. The game might have gone bad. And Buzzy found me out on the show floor like the first day, Saturday, and was like, dude, I owe you a game. And I told him he didn't have to do it. He insisted. Really appreciate it. I have been playing this. It's really awesome to have it in the collection. So big thanks, guys. Those guys are great. If you ever see them at a convention, they're definitely worth dealing with. I highly recommend it. They didn't owe me anything. I mean, who would do that a full year later, give somebody a game? You know, that says a lot. So definitely recommend checking those guys out if you run into them at shows. And then next up, probably my favorite pickup from the expo, and it's probably some of the worst games I bought. And I bought these all in a group. I think I paid way too much. I want to say $60. These are all complete in box for the Jaguar, so you know they're good. Bubsy in Fractured Furry Tales. This was the game I really wanted in the bunch, to be honest. Have not played it yet. I just haven't felt like putting myself through the hell that's going to be playing these Jaguar games. It's very rare that you find one that's any good. I mean, there are games out there, don't get me wrong, but in general, if you've got a Jaguar, you know what I mean. And then I picked up Ruiner Pinball. This one might actually be pretty good. It says you can play up to 4 players on here, which I didn't know there was even a 4-player adapter. Maybe you take turns, I don't know. Yeah, I would imagine you take turns, right? It's not like you can play with 4 people all at once in the Jaguar, in the pinball game. But I'm going to check this one out. And then kind of the least interesting of the bunch is Theme Park, which I'm sure is just fine for a theme park simulator type game. And then something really awesome. I do have some more games. I'm going to jump into this. I met up with the guys from Guys, Games, and Beer, and they hooked me up with this awesome beer caddy. It's got their logo on it, if you can see it there, and a bottle opener on the back. It did have 6 beers in it. I drank them all on the drive home. Just kidding. Don't drink and drive, kids. You know what? Just don't drink. Yeah. And also, they gave me this awesome engraved glass. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. I've got a coffee porter in there. So it's kind of dark, but it does have their Guys, Games, and Beer logo. And they pulled me aside and asked, halfway through the convention, I was in their room talking to Tom, I think, and a couple of the other guys, and they're like, did you get your glass? I'm like, glass? What glass? I mean, oh no, I got a glass, because they ran trivia the night before. And I'd gotten a glass, this glass, in fact, off the trivia that they did. And they said, no, we made like a Vidja Gamer glass, engraved it with my logo and name and whatever. And I guess it got handed out to somebody else, but I kind of like the idea that somebody out there is drinking out of a Vidja Gamer glass. That's kind of entertaining to me. It's great advertising, and just the fact that those guys would do that, go to that effort to do that for me, just some jerk on the internet. Big thanks to those guys. I love their videos. And I just love their setup at MGC. It's really awesome hardware and displays, and the guys are all really nice to talk to. So again, big thanks. Check them out. I will leave a link in the description below. I've done it before, but if you've already checked them out, great. If you haven't, check it out. I recommend their podcast. And on to the last few pickups here. Nothing spectacular, but some cool stuff. At least for me. I picked up some random Famicom games. So we'll go through this first one here. I just bought it because it looked like it had an Insane Santa on it. Unfortunately, this cartridge doesn't work. No idea what the English name on that is. Another one here, the cover art just kind of got me, and I had to pick it up to see what it is. I played a little bit of it. It does appear to be an RPG. I could be wrong, so I'm probably not going to get very far in that. And this one, again, no idea. These were all like $2, so why not, right? It's got an insane looking E.T. on the cover art, and it appears to be number 2 in whatever series this is. I can tell you that much. No idea again. It has a cat that appears to be part Mega Man, part cat. He's got the blaster. RPG, from what I could tell, didn't get very far. Language barrier makes it tough. And then this last one here, I can't remember what the Japanese name is, but this is actually Chubby Cherub. They did a sprite swap when they ported it over. He plays a ghost in this version, but kind of cool to have. I don't have Chubby Cherub in the NES collection, so good find. And then for $4, I picked up one Super Famicom game, Tiny Toon Adventures, and it is the same as the US version. I think Buster Busts Loose, but it's a good game nonetheless. And then the last couple of pickups, nothing amazing. I went through the bargain bin the first day, dollar bin at one of the vendors. Picked up Jet Moto 3, the worst Jet Moto game in the series. You can tell right away that it's going to be garbage by the 989 logo on there. They're single-handedly responsible for ruining every franchise you loved on the PlayStation and giving you a bunch of awesome sports games. And then I also picked up, again, I'm not sure why, but it was $1. MC Groove's Dance Craze, which I assume Mad Catz is what the MC is for. I just picked it up because I've got the dance mat now for Mario Dance Dance Revolution, so why not? And then the last little bit of a pickup here, Flying Nightmares, a 3DO game. It was $2. I thought I would try it, and then I realized once I got it home, it is a PAL game, it appears to be. So I'm not even sure that this is going to work in my 3DO. I haven't tested it yet. Everything else I've played though, except for the Jaguar games. But yeah, that's my pickups from MGC. Not a ton of stuff. Again, I was there just to have fun and talk to people and just enjoy the expo, and I had a great time. Thanks to everyone I got to bump into, like Musty Hobbit. I got to talk to him. Really nice to get a chance to meet him. And then the Guys Games and Beer crew, of course, and anyone else I bumped into along the way. It was great seeing everybody there, and you know, thanks everyone for sticking around. I know after I put up that video that I was going to be kind of on hiatus, not doing videos. I expected the channel to just kind of dry up and everyone to unsub, when in fact nobody really did. Everybody still hung around, so that's awesome. That means a lot, and it really motivates me to keep making videos, and just, you know, people that reply back to comments and stuff when I'm still bouncing around YouTube. That's awesome, and that's why I felt like I needed to come back and make a video here. I'm not sure if the regularity of videos coming forward, but I'm going to try and sneak one in every now and then. I'm actually in the process of redoing my entire game room. This wall behind me is all that remains of my game room. Everything else is ripped apart. So there will be an update to that, and I've got some other things that I'm working on project-wise with the kids that involve gaming. So maybe I'll do some videos on those. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you next time.
It's a